Hey everyone, Leroy here with another edition of the 412. In 4 minutes-ish, I will respond to one employee question and cover two big topics. And as usual, we'll start with the question. And this month's question comes from 43-year Pittsburgh team member, Fran Wisniewski.
Hi, Leroy. I'm Fran Wisniewski, Vice President of Strategic Planning here in the Pittsburgh office. What advice can you give a new employee who may have aspirations to fill your role or slide into your shoes one day?
Wow, Fran, there's a lot to unpack there in a short amount of time that I have, so I'll try and do my best. Now, I know that success comes in a lot of different varieties, but I'll speak to my own experience, which is, of course, what I know best. So if you're new with the company, start first by focusing on your performance. Master your role. Work to be the best at whatever function you perform, and then ask to do more. Find out where else you can add value. Ask if there are projects going on that you can become a part of. Get involved in Koppers initiatives that happen in our communities to expand your network. And if you do those simple things, I promise your name and your reputation will be known by me and other senior leaders in the organization. In terms of qualities that I love to see in a Koppers employee, positivity, resilience, humility, compassion, and a do-whatever-it-takes attitude, of course within the bounds of the rules that we play by. And it's funny because that sounds a lot like Fran Wisniewski. Thanks, Fran, for your question, and congratulations on the fabulous career you've carved out at Koppers. We're so lucky to have you. And as a reminder to everyone else, it's not too late to submit your questions for a chance to be featured in an upcoming video. Now on to the first of two big topics for this month, which is the value of performance. Now when people ask how we're going to take the financial performance of Koppers from the $211 million we finished at in 2020 to $300 million in 2025, I tell them it's all about everybody understanding their role and making sure they're aligned with the larger company goals centered around our values of people, planet, and performance. And that's why we had 150 leaders from around the world in Pittsburgh back in early March so that the leaders of our 45 operating locations and 14 profit centers could better see the bigger picture of how they fit into Koppers' future. The conference was a rousing success, and I was able to follow it up shortly afterward by visiting 3 key facilities that will play an important role in making $300 million happen. In North Little Rock, Arkansas, I was able to see the progress of the new treating plant that is set to come online very shortly. And when it's fully operational, it's expected to be the largest treating plant by volume and will significantly improve our safety and environmental processes while also reducing operating costs. Now, in my visit to our Stickney plant in Chicago, I got to see the capital we spent the last several years to improve that plant. And much of that spending was on adding or replacing tanks, which may not seem exciting, but the improvement in efficiency by limiting the logistics gymnastics we had to go through at times to keep the plant operating is huge. Just hearing the enthusiasm in people's voices as they talked about spending time on constructive projects as opposed to dealing with the latest equipment failures was enough to get me excited. And finally, at our Millington, Tennessee facility, I got to revisit our largest performance chemicals operation and talk about our expansion plans and some of the other projects we have going on. Now, Millington's production volumes have increased significantly over the past 8 years with really no change in their footprint, and that needs to change for a whole host of reasons. So to the site leaders at those locations, Chris Martin, Seth Herring, and Greg Weiss, and your entire teams, you have mine and your colleagues' sincere gratitude. Hats off to all of you. It will be the collective efforts of those teams and the many others to propel us to reach our $300 million performance goal, of course, while ensuring that we pay attention to and take care of the safety, health, and well-being of our people and the planet so that the communities which we operate can continue to thrive. Now for the second of the two big topics for this month, the value that we have for our planet. We've got our Global Preserving the Earth campaign starting up in April, which has me thinking about some of the ways Koppers is advancing our value that taking care of the planet matters. We often talk about how at least 75% of our products by revenue are made from recycled, reused, or renewable materials, and how we're continually trying to improve end-of-life solutions for our products. But did you know that we're also working to harness the power of solar installations at our facilities to help improve our usage of clean energy? And so far, we have 2 solar installations complete in Australia at our Grafton and Mount Gambier facilities. And for 2023, we have 3 planned in Australia and New Zealand, plus 1 being evaluated in the U.S. Now, we're able to track monthly energy production and greenhouse gas emissions saved through the use of these solar panels and are currently analyzing the feasibility of additional installations to increase our production of renewable energy. You can learn more about these projects and more in our 2022 Corporate Sustainability Report that will be published in June. Now, that's all for this month's edition of the 412. See you again in a month or so. Take care, everyone.